This is a very beautiful book written by Lisa Bragg, called Bragging Rise, and we were lucky to receive as a gift by Lisa. Lisa, thanks a lot for doing that.
I started doing courses online for people in the pandemic and then doing workshops with them and doing advisory consulting. So I had already been doing a little bit of this already with my clients that I was working for on bigger scope projects, but realized there was such a need, and I was building up this body of my thinking because I had been talking about it and doing things with it, but I hadn't really sat down to say, well, what do I really mean? And what do I really think is going to help people? What have I seen from all the people that I've helped really works? And so does this model work? Does this thing really work? And how does it unfold? And then to see some of my clients do really well and to get their dreams and things to happen. And some of the clients, things were small. They just wanted to be featured and noticed within their office. And some people, it was bigger dreams that they wanted to be seen and heard on a global scale. And so seeing them do these tactics, these strategies to help them to move ahead was brilliant. It lit me up inside to see their successes. And so I realized there is a book to all of this that I needed to do, and I couldn't stop it. So people were like, why would you want to write another book? Like, there's so many books in the world, why would you want another? And I just couldn't stop. So got a great publisher and moved forward with it. I also tested the idea briefly I got to go to TED Women at the end when we had a lull in the pandemic and it was open for us to travel, because Canada had very tight travel rules at that point. So there was a window, and I got to go to TED Women, which was a dream of mine since it started in 2011. So I was able to go, and I tested the idea there, and they gave me a chance to do a 1-minute speech. And so I talked about bragging rights and how all of us need to be able to share our success stories and support each other. Because TED is all about, let's tell these ideas and how do ideas spread. I really want to make sure that when we spread these ideas, we are also supporting each other and having more voices come to the table. So that was I just couldn't help it. The story is I couldn't help but write the book.
A lot of us was told that we need to keep our head down, be quiet, do our works, and then somebody will notice about us. You don't have to do that. And a lot of us are working under the assumption that bragging about ourselves is wrong. And you don't have to be like that. So in this book, Lisa share with you how we can do it right. It's beautifully written. So you will enjoy reading it as I did.
One thing is realize that all your team is different. Everyone is different on the team. And so it's so easy for the people who are highly charismatic and right beside you and willing to come to those after events, that they're there for the breakfast meeting, they're there after work, going out for social activities. Watch that you're not favoring those people over other people who are taught to be hidden gems, put their head down, do good work, and eventually someone will notice you. Look around, scan the horizon, and see, are you as a leader really favoring those people who are, currying your favor? They're right beside you, or they're highly charismatic. Look at the people who are maybe more ambiverts. So they're both, they might be outgoing, but they also need their quiet time. And then also look for your introverts. Who is somebody that, really does keep to themselves, but is doing great work? And so realize how you treat your staff and also how you reflect as a leader. If you're always talking about your success, they might be too. But if you never talk about your success, you're not modeling it for them. So talking about success is critical. And looking over and saying, am I favoring people who are highly charismatic? Because then you also have the people who aren't being seen and heard. You have to realize that not being seen and heard, it's corrosive. Invisibility is corrosive in the workplace. And so you need to make sure you're giving the kudos and giving the attention to all of the people, no matter what style and personality that they have. And don't expect people to be all of a sudden raging extroverts and telling everyone their successes, because it's just not going to happen for some people. So you have to, the number one thing for all of us, we already know this, but you have to meet your people where they are and not expect them to follow you exactly in the style that you are and that that you expect people to be. Because so many of us leaders have been trained to be able to present and to go out there and to talk about anything. But a lot of our staff, they haven't had that coaching yet to say, here's where I need to go and here's my success, and advocate for themselves. They still were trained to wait for somebody to give them that gold star, that A+, that 100%. They're waiting for that. And so help nurture them along to tell people and start talking about their own success and advocating for themselves.